It is Friday, January 26th, 2024. Hey, I'm re-recording a dream that I had yesterday. The reason why I'm re-recording it is because I listened back at it and it was kind of like it wasn't good at all. Just like the sound was choppy and it just it didn't sound so good. And need I remind you, I'm just waking up and I sound tired in the recording. So it's like I'm not even talking straight, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm re-recording it, and you guys get to listen right now. So in this dream, basically I'm in Georgia, which I currently and I live in Georgia right now. But in the dream, I'm in Georgia, and it's like it's cold. It's like winter time. Like I got my coat on. It's cold, right? It's winter time. For some reason, my mom is down here. My mom originally lives in New York, right? But she's down here. I'm not sure why. I guess she's just visiting or something. But she's down here in her long coat. My wife is also in the dream too, and she has a coat on. It's cold. It's like dead of winter. I guess I don't know. That's the setting. But in the dream, my mom comes to me and asks me to do her taxes, to help her do her taxes or whatever. I guess she knew that I do my own taxes online. So she comes to me and asks me to help her do her taxes. So I said, "Okay, yeah. No, I will." So we go to some sort of office building, office or whatever, I don't know. And it's me, my wife, and my mom. We get to this office and we sit down at this computer. Well, my mom sits down at this desk where the computer is, and I tell her to get all her documents, all her I guess W-2s or whatever tax documents that she needs to file. I tell her to gather it or whatever, and for some reason she kind of changes her mind. My mom changes her mind right when she's at the desk at the computer. She changes her mind all of a sudden. She's like, "Well, can we just hold off a bit? Can we hold off a bit? And do this some other time or do this another day or something like that." So I'm looking like, okay, well, I thought in my mind, in the dream, she was adamant on doing this taxes. So I was about ready to help her do her taxes. But she changed her mind like right then and there, right when she sat down. It's crazy. After I asked her to get her documents together. But anyway, so I kind of agreed. I said, okay, well, we'll do this some other time. We'll do this another day or whatever. And I kept it at that. So we opted to the next option was now to go home. Now, like we were on our way home. So my mom, before we got in my truck, my mom, I guess this is when we outside now. My mom tells me and my wife that she's gonna walk home. I'm guessing she's gonna walk to my house. This is what she's saying. She says she's gonna walk home. She's not gonna drive with us or what have you. So she's gonna walk home, walk to the house. I'm not sure how she's gonna do this. Like she doesn't really know Georgia like that, but she opted to go walk to the house. And I wasn't gonna fight. I wasn't gonna fight her. I just told her, okay, that's fine. That's no problem, no problemo. And she started to walk or whatever. So me and my wife got in the truck. Now, my wife now she got inside the driver's side. For some reason, she was driving at this time, and I got into the passenger side. So we start the truck. She starts the truck, and now we're driving home, right? Now it's kind of like I said, it's winter time. It's dark and it's snowing. Uh, well, it's not snowing bad, but it is like flurries coming down or whatever. But I kind of told my wife like, let's go this route. Let's go to this other route or whatever. And I know for sure that this route is gonna lead us back onto the main road where we have to go, right? The main road going towards our house. Whatever this route I was telling her to go is gonna lead back to some main. I know it's gonna lead back to some main road to where our house is located or what have you. So she took that road, and basically this road, if I could describe this road now, it's dark, it's nighttime, the moon is up or whatnot. We get on this road. This road is like a hill. It's like a one lane hill going all the way up. It's I wish I could draw it for you guys. Like this hill goes all the way up, and it leads off. It's like a cliff. It's like a cliff, but it's well. Let me say it like this: the road has cliffs, right? If that makes sense. The road leading up this hill has cliffs where we could kind of like at any point, like I said, this is a one lane road, so no two cars could travel on this. There's no way a two lane could happen on this one main road. Like it should be a one way road, right? One car road, one way road, going up this hill all the way up. But like I said, this hill has cliffs. So you got to be careful when you're driving up there. But anyway, so we get on this road, we driving up there, and we're driving all the way up. We about to turn, but for some reason my truck was not gaining traction at all. My wife is driving, but driving up this hill, but my truck is for some reason. I'm guessing it's because of the snow and the ground was wet. My truck was not gaining any traction on the road, and we're we're up this hill, and we're sliding backwards now. We're sliding backwards to the point where we're sliding off this cliff now. We're sliding with this truck, my SUV. My wife is driving, and she's pushing the gas, but like I said, my tires is not gaining traction to the pavement, and we're sliding off this cliff now. We're literally sliding off this cliff. So I'm bracing. I'm in the passenger side, like I said, and I'm bracing myself for impact, like because we're about to fall to our doom or something or death because we're falling off this cliff backwards, uh, in this truck. So for some reason, like I said, I brace myself for impact. My wife is holding on to the dang steering wheel, and we're falling backwards. Um, I'm hoping for a crash. I'm hoping for a crash, like because I'm not even looking behind the truck. I'm not even looking behind. I'm looking straight, but I'm bracing for impact because I know we about to be seriously injured or die because we're falling off this cliff. But for some reason, and this is where it gets a little bit weird. All we're doing while we're falling backwards, all we're doing is just sliding back down the hill. While I'm sitting in the passenger side, trying to brace for impact because we're falling off this cliff to somewhere I don't know. We're just sliding. We're in actuality we're just sliding back down the hill we just came from, back down, right, back down that same road. So when we slid all the way back down to where we originally was before we got on this road, I optioned to switch places with my wife because like I said, I was in the passenger seat, she was driving. So I optioned to her. I told her like, "Look, man, let me drive. Let's switch because we got to find a different route now. We got to turn this truck around because we're not going back up this hill. There ain't no way we gonna get back up this hill. So like I said, I optioned to her to switch places. Like while we're in the car, we didn't even get out the truck. While we're in the car, we're switching places. But before we started to switch places, this is what happened. This is what happened. Hey, if you're liking the content thus far, don't forget to press that like button. And if you really, really liking the content and you watching my other videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Alright? Yeah. While we're about to switch places, we look out the front windshield and we see some sort of let me try to explain this. If you guys knew what a garden gnome was, you guys probably know what a garden gnome. It's like one of them statues that they have around people have around their grass area or whatnot. But this wasn't like a gnome or garden gnome. This this statue type, whatever it was an actual was a fish. It was a fish. It had a whatever this was had a face of a human type with big eyes and a smile, right? But this figurine, whatever this was, statue type, was in the shape of a fish. It was the shape of a fish, but it was looking straight at us. Whatever this was, this statue gnome, whatever. In this thing was inside someone's grass area. Like there was a house on the side of us, and it was full of like it had an area full of grass or whatever. But this garden gnome type fish shaped human face looking thing was in the grass. It was looking dead at us, me and my wife, and we looking like, what is that? What is that? And for some reason, we look further, and this thing started to move. This thing started to move, and it turned around. Like it's in the grass area now. It turned around, and it started to hop. It started to jump playfully. And then that's when like three or four other figures started to run around with it. They came out of nowhere in this grass area. They started to run around and playfully play with this fish looking, human face looking garden gnome type, whatever this was. I don't know what it was. To me just looked funny, right? But this, like I said, this three or four other figures started to jump around in the grass area like they was playing playfully, right? And then we see a human, like a human looking person, I would say, with a hat on. Like, I think it was, as a matter of fact, I think it was two human looking people, but I didn't place emphasis on the second person because it was probably a far off. But we did notice, or I did notice, that this other person was it looked at human. Like this person looked at human. Everybody else that was jumping around did not look human. As a matter of fact, everybody else that was jumping around in the grass, they looked at like they put me in the mind of some sort of Teletubbies. If you guys remember Teletubbies or whatever, they put you in the mind of that. They weren't Teletubbies now, but they put you in the mind of some playfully things that we used to watch growing up. But they remind me of Teletubbies. That's the only way I could kind of like draw a comparison to what these figures were these individuals looked like. So just to paint a picture for you guys. But like I said, there was like maybe two humans there. And one of them was like a guy. He had a hat on or a baseball cap, or hat on or whatever. And he was playing with them too, right? So we looking at this and we like, man, what is all this? What is going on? I'm like that. So I told my wife like, come on, let's switch. Let's continue to switch because we gotta get home. I don't know what's going on out there. I gotta turn this truck around, right? Like in my mind, I'm trying to turn this. In my mind, I gotta turn this truck around, right? So we switch places. I get inside the driver's seat, and like I said, I'm trying to turn this truck around. Like I said, this is a one lane. This is a one lane road, right? This is at the bottom of the hill still, but this is like a one lane road, so it's gonna be very hard for me to back up and make a U turn to go another route, another way. But I'm going to try basically in this dream. I'm trying, right? So I back up and to no avail. Like there was no way. For some reason, I'm backing up on this one lane road, and for some reason, there's another cliff where I'm at. For some reason, I don't know what this cliff. I don't know. For some reason, I'm backing this truck up, and I wound up turning the truck, and to no avail. I'm going down. Like I'm going down. We're going. I should say we're going down into another cliff because there was no way to do a great turn, like a great U turn because of this one lane road. So, like I said, I got the car turned and now we're going down this cliff again. Now my back tires, I have no traction in my back tires. Like we're leaning off this cliff in the truck, and we're about to fall to our doom. Like this is it, right? But for some reason I'm trying to shift the weight to the front of the truck so we won't fall. So we won't fall. And I think I optioned to my wife like, yo, the next thing we gotta do is jump out the car. We gotta jump out the car and just let it go, right? But I see the people that we was looking at, right? The individuals. I don't think they were people, but I see these individuals and they wind up getting out the grass, right? This is by this time I'm looking out my window or whatever. I'm looking out my I'm looking out my window and I see these individuals. They jumped out from the grass area they was playing in, and they jumped in the road and they was playing in the road or whatever. They was playing in the same road that me and my wife was on this truck. Like I said, we're leaning, we're about to fall, but I'm like I said at the same time I'm trying to shift the weight to the front so this truck won't fall or whatever. So I immediately, I believe I immediately rolled down my windows and asked the guy with the hat, to help us out a bit. To help, can you help us? Can you help us a bit? I think that's what I asked. Can you help us? And and that's what happened. I don't think they said any. I don't think he said anything or they said anything. But that's what happened. They came over. All of them. All of these individuals, probably like maybe four or five of them, came over to help me help. I'm sorry, to help us back on the road. They came around the car. All of them. They came around the car. They came around the truck and they lifted this truck back on the road and positioned it. They positioned it the other way where I was trying to turn anyway. They positioned it the right way. For some reason all these individuals must they were strong or something. They lifted the damn truck and put it in the right position where I was trying to go, to the other route. And that's when I got out the truck. That's when I got out the truck, right? I guess I got out the truck to say thank you. I think I said thank you, right? I got out the truck and I'm on the road now and I'm looking at the road and there was no cliff. There was no I'm looking at the road. There is no cliff. It's just bare road. Pavement, bare pavement. Flat. No road no cliff whatsoever. So I'm like, what? I was just about to fall down this cliff. Where'd the cliff go? Right? And I think that's I don't remember anything more. I don't remember anything more. All I know is that I got out this truck and there was no more cliff. It was just bare straight road. It's so weird, so weird. And yeah, that's all I could remember from it. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm gonna try to interpret this. I'm gonna try to interpret this for real. Um, I'm gonna try, and then if you guys wanna try to interpret it yourselves, that'd be great. But I think I mentioned this before. I don't know in my other recording that I did have a dream that I was falling down a cliff. In my earlier dream, I didn't post that dream because it was very short. It was a short dream. It was short. Um, but in the dream, I'm falling. I'm sleeping, and I'm sliding off this cliff. Like it's there was. I'm sleeping on this cliff, but I'm sliding off, and I'm about to go to my doom, down all the way down to the ocean floor. It's raining. It's pouring. It's gray skies, but I'm falling very slowly, slow motion, all the way down to some sort of doom, maybe death or very serious injury or some sort of consequence. I don't know. So I'm comparing that to this dream very, very much because we're falling down a cliff. We're literally about to fall down a cliff. Um, and we're getting helped by some characters that that probably weren't even human at all. Not even the human looking dude was probably human, but that's saying something. Like, who were these individuals in my dream? Were they like angels? Is that how angels look? God is probably the best creator ever, right? God creates th- various things that we take for granted. I mean, we abuse the things that are on this planet. The animals and stuff and all that's on this planet. We take all this for granted. Like, look at the blue whale. Look how gigantic this beast is. This fish. This should I call it a fish? I don't know. Look how gigantic and beautiful the blue whale is, and we take things for granted. Like, we take God's creation for granted. So I'm thinking like, man, were these little individuals like angels or something that helped me and my wife get up, get from off this cliff from falling, and then just to think even further, like, why are we falling in the first place? Why are me and my wife falling in the first place? Maybe we need to tend to maybe work on ourselves or work on our marriage. Stuff like that is making me think right now. Maybe we need to work more on our marriage. Maybe we kind of like do things separately sometimes. And in this dream, we're trying to stay afloat. We're trying to stay afloat using our own understanding, right? Maybe this is what this dream is saying. Like, we're trying to use our own understanding to be better parents, be better husband and wife, you know. But we need the loving arms of these individuals, these angels, to lift us back up, right? So we won't fall. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm interpreting. I don't know. This maybe I'm being too literal. Maybe it means something else. You know, some dreams don't run too straight. Maybe I need to think outside the box. But anyway, that's the recording, and I'll catch you guys later. If you guys and girls made it this far, press that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, take the time to subscribe to my YouTube page at Notice TV. That's all caps, NOTICE TV. I'll catch you later, and may God bless you.